Hi, this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool-Your-Boys.com, and today I would like to talk to you about the benefits of being a boy mom. Quite often we talk about boys and we say things about how they are messy or they're smelly or they don't notice clutter around the house. They just kind of tend to, if they come inside, they kind of throw their shoes off and then they start stripping off clothes that they don't need, and they sort of leave a trail behind themselves. And we talk about how they can be sort of oblivious to what's going on, and we have to repeat ourselves over and over and over. Sometimes we talk about how we're not going to be able to go to those mother-daughter banquets, and we look at the cute little outfits that girls are dressed in, all the pink and the yellow, and sometimes we look at that and we think, oh, we have boys. We can't, put them in frilly clothes and dress them up and do their hair, and sometimes it just seems like being a boy mom is tough, but there are a lot of amazing benefits to having boys, and I want to talk to you about a few of those today. The first one is that boys are strong. I know I have a 16-year-old who is 6'5", and I have a 15-year-old who is 6'4", and they do all sorts of amazing things for me that would be hard for me to do. I have them carry in the groceries, and with having two teenage boys, we have a lot of groceries. So I'll have that whole car just jam-packed full of stuff, and they bring it all in and don't complain about it, and it's not a big deal for them. Another awesome thing about being a boy mom is that there's less drama in the house. I've heard from other moms who have daughters that especially during the teen years, things can get really dramatic around their houses. Lots of sadness and crying, and girls who feel like they have to have exactly the right clothes, and they are afraid of what people are going to think of them if their hair isn't just right, or if they don't act exactly a certain way. And also, girls tend to hold grudges, and with boys, you don't have any of that. If they get upset with each other, they just punch each other, or, kind of have a knockdown drag out, and the next thing you know, they're fine again. They're doing stuff together, they're having a great time. And sometimes I will try to step in and make sure that everything's going okay, and they're like, Mom, we're fine. So anyway, just way less drama. Another benefit to being a boy mom is that boys are funny. They are always acting goofy and cracking jokes and doing all sorts of things that just sometimes they make you kind of puzzled, but as long as you're in the right frame of mind, they also make you laugh. And just having boys around is fun and silly and helps you to find the lighter side of you. So that is another huge benefit to having boys and being a boy mom. And another thing I want to talk to you about, another huge benefit, is that boys are level-headed. We have had several instances where my boys have been able to talk me down, and I think that's absolutely amazing. My husband is like that. When he's around, I will do something and I will be really distraught about it, and he says, it's not that big of a deal, don't worry about that. This just happened a couple weeks ago. I was trying to take him to work, and suddenly the car was like it was possessed. The dashboard was doing all sorts of crazy things, and I was pushing down really hard on the gas, and it didn't seem like it wanted to go. It was like in too high of a gear or something, and I was having to push really hard to get the car to go. And so I'm driving along in this country road. I'm like, what do we do? Oh no, what are we gonna do? And my 16-year-old son very calmly says, Mom, there's a parking lot right there. Why don't you pull into that parking lot? And I'll call my boss and tell her what's going on, and he's just very calm about it, and I was like, ah, I gotta get you to work, what are you gonna do? So I just thought that was pretty amazing that my 16-year-old could talk me down from that situation. And we've had days when I'm homeschooling and things aren't going very well, and I am concerned that they are going to be not prepared for leaving the house someday and getting a job, and I will just start, having all these thoughts go through my head that are negative, and then I will be emotional and I will say, oh no, I'm just so afraid I'm ruining you. And my sons will say, Mom, very calmly, Mom, you're not ruining us. You're doing a fine job. We're going to be okay. And that just cracks me up too, because I'm the mom. Shouldn't I be the one that's reassuring them? And sometimes I am. But when I have one of those days when I'm just struggling to maintain my composure and I'm concerned about things or worried, my sons are awesome at coming alongside of me and saying, Mom, you're doing fine. We're going to be okay. Very level-headed, and I absolutely love that about having sons. I think if I had a daughter, and God, I'm sure He knew this, and that's probably why I don't have one. If I had a daughter and I said, I'm ruining you, she'd probably say, oh, Mom, you are ruining me. And then we would just cry together. We'd be so upset together. But boys are like, no, you're fine. We're going to be okay. And that's the end of it. So it's just wonderful. There are things about having boys that sometimes you're like, they smell, or this isn't going the way I thought it would, or what in the world are they doing? They're hitting each other. But honestly, having boys and being a boy mom has been an amazing experience. I've absolutely loved it, and I just want to encourage you, if you have those little boys and they're loud and they're jumping and they're always moving and you're trying to figure out, how am I gonna ever deal with this? They do slow down over time. They do get a little bit quieter with just bouts of loudness, and then they'll quiet back down again. And just hang in there. It does get better. So being a boy mom is an amazing experience, and boys are a wonderful blessing. I would love to know, if you're a boy mom, what kind of blessings have you experienced from having boys? What are the things you have observed that you have absolutely loved about being a boy mom? If you would leave a comment for me below, I would love to hear about some of your awesome experiences, things that you would like to share with us. So if you could do that, that would be great. And if you have found this video helpful at all, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up or a like, and just let me know that you would like more content like this. I would appreciate that. So again, this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool Your Boys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.